welcome back to my channel and thanks for watching. Today I have a golden goddess, glowing skin, bronzy eye, nude lip tutorial for you. So let's get started and I hope you enjoy it. I've already done my eyebrows and primed my eyelids and then set it with Vanilla Bean from Makeup Geek. And now I'm taking Peach Smoothie on a Morphe 504 and I'm just bringing that through my crease and a little bit onto my lid as my transition shade. We're going for a very warm tone look, so this is a great base. Now I'm taking Creme Brûlée and I'm taking that on a Morphe B84 and I'm just running that through my crease to create a little bit more definition. I'm going to take that shade and run it through my crease over and over in windshield wiper motions just to create a little bit more depth, but this isn't anything intense. Then I'm going to go in with Cocoa Bear from Makeup Geek and I'm going to take that on a Morphe M124 and I'm going to carve out my crease and the outer corner. I wanted to concentrate the majority of the product in the outer V, so that's why I'm placing my product there and then dragging it slowly into the inner corner. I also wanted to create a fair amount of depth, so that's why I'm using such a small shader brush. Before I move on to the Morphe E17, which is much rounder and denser. This is going to help blend all the shadows out and really blow out the color and make it a little bit more smoky, but that small brush we used before will really help keep a clean, crisp line. And then of course I'm going back in with my Morphe 504 to blend it all out. Next, I'm going to grab another Morphe M124 and I'm going to wet my brush before dipping it into the light bronze shade in the Lorac Pro Palette 1. That's a tongue twister. I'm going to pack this onto the lid, just smoothing it over towards the color we already placed. Then I'm going to go back with my Morphe E17 and deepen up the crease. Next, I'm taking this stunning Afterglow Pigment by Makeup Geek. And I'm using the same Morphe M124 to pack this on top of that Lorac shade. I just wanted to amp up the sparkle factor a little bit and this does the job. Then I'm going in with a Sonia Kashuk blending brush to make sure all the lines are clean. Next, I'm going to mix white and cream from that Lorac palette and highlight my brow bone. And of course, I never feel quite right without some sort of eyeliner, so I'm taking my Kat Von D eyeliner in Trooper, and I'm carving out a little tiny wing, which I'm then going to fill in with the NYC liquid liner. Moving on to face, I'm going to prime using the Maybelline Master Prime Blur and Smooth and the Laura Mercier Foundation Primer in Radiance. This stuff is amazing. It gives you the most gorgeous sun-kissed glow, as you can see me trying to show you. And then of course I'm going to top it with my Skindinavia Makeup Primer Spray. For foundation, I went with the L'Oreal True Match, which is a little bit more sheer than I would typically go for, but I wanted that glow to show through. So I'm using the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge to apply that starting in the middle of my face where I need the most coverage, and then slowly blending it out. Next, I'm going to highlight under my eyes and around my face using the Maybelline Master Conceal Camouflaging Concealer in Fair. I love to use my fingers to apply it, and then I switch to the Morphe G1 brush to buff it into my skin and really blend it out for a flawless finish. Once I'm done under my eyes, I will take it around my nose, on my chin, in the middle of my forehead, all of those places that we want to highlight. Next, we're going to go in with a liquid highlighter, and this is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Illuminator in the shade Golden. I'm going to place this on the top of my cheekbones, above the arch of my brow, the bridge of my nose, in the middle of my chin, and then blend it in with a sponge. This product dries quite quickly, so I thought it was best to apply it in one place, blend it out, and then move on to the next. I really love the subtle glow this product gives. It's not too intense, but it's a great base for a powder highlighter. You can mix and match the shades to come up with the perfect highlight for you. Once that's finished, we're done with the cream and liquid products. So I'm going to move on to setting my under eyes with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. As I'm letting that powder sit, I'm going to move on to bronzing, and I'm going to use the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette to warm up my complexion. I'm going to take the second shade in the palette, which is the perfect warm tone matte bronzer. I'm going to run this on my cheekbones, over my forehead, and down my neck. Now that powder has been sitting for a little while, I'm going to wipe away the excess using an e.l.f. blush brush. Next up is contouring, because even golden goddesses need a good strong cheekbone. I'm going to use my Morphe M45E, and I'm going to dip that into the first shade in the palette, which is much more cool. And I'm going to run that under my cheekbones, on the temples of my forehead, down the sides of my nose, and along my jaw. I really love this brush, and I think my contouring has been so much better since I discovered it. It's the absolute perfect shape. It's dense enough that you can create a nice thin line, but it's also fluffy enough that you can blend it out. But it just creates that sharp, gorgeous cheekbone. I prefer something a little bit larger, like the Real Techniques contour brush for my temples, just because it's such a big space, and the Morphe brush is so good at detail. For blush, I'm going to use the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. It's the perfect peachy pink with gold shimmer that creates that goddess glow that we're looking for. And now for the star of the show, we're going to use the Becca Cosmetics and JaclynHill Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop. This baby is absolutely gorgeous, and I am so glad that I got my hands on it. We're going to apply it in all the typical places: cheekbones, above the brow, middle of the forehead, down the nose, and chin, and Cupid's bow. I'm using an e.l.f. small tapered brush to apply this, and it's one of my absolute favorite brushes for highlight. And as far as the highlight goes, apply as much as you want, because really this look is all about the glow. Then we're going to go back and finish up the eyes. I'm taking Creme Brûlée and running that along my lower lash line before going back with Cocoa Bear and doing the exact same thing. I'm going to leave the inner third open so that I can go in with the Lorac light bronze shade and lighten up that inner third. Next, I'm going to go back into Champagne Pop, and I'm going to use this to highlight my inner corner and my brow bone. For mascara, I'm going to use the Maybelline Colossal Volume Express. It's such a tongue twister. And for lips, I'm going to use the Maybelline Creamy Matte Lipstick in the shade Daringly Nude. This is the perfect, just basic nude lipstick. It's very neutral. It's not too warm. It's not too cool. It's not too peachy or too pink. For a little shine, I'm going to top it off with the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Tiramisu. And that's it for the tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, make sure to subscribe, and leave me a comment. I'll see you next time. Bye!